Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TGC Talks. I am your host, Bhupendra Singh. Today, we talk about trees suitable for Indian golf courses. However, one fundamental truth we must accept before we talk about any tree list, any planting guideline, or any master plan is India does not have one climate. In fact, India has more agroclimatic diversity than most continents. Expecting one turf or tree solution to work everywhere is fundamentally flawed, and therefore, India cannot have one tree list. What works beautifully in one region can quietly fail in another. And when it fails, it doesn't fail immediately. It fails slowly through turf stress, water imbalance, disease pressure, and increasing maintenance costs. This episode is about respecting regional reality because in tree planning, context is everything. Many golf courses inherit planting ideas from elsewhere. A species that looks spectacular in one course is copied at another. A successful planting in one city becomes a template for all. But trees don't respond to inspiration, they respond to climate. Climate governs growth rate, canopy density, water demand, root behavior, disease susceptibility, storm resistance. Ignoring climate does not kill trees immediately. It creates stress on turf, infrastructure, and budgets. So instead of asking what trees look good, we must ask what trees belong here. India spans from Himalayan foothills to Indo-Gangetic plains to coastal belts to semi-arid interiors and tropical zones. Rainfall, temperature, humidity, wind and sunlight vary dramatically. A golf course in Delhi does not live the same year as a golf course in Chennai. A course in Rajasthan does not experience the same stress as one in Kerala. So let's break this discussion into three broad climatic realities relevant to most Indian golf courses: North India, Coastal India, Semi-Arid, and Central India. Let's begin with North India. North Indian golf courses experience very hot summers, intense monsoons, humidity, cold winters, frequent winter fog and cloud cover, and importantly, high winter play traffic when turf recovery is slowest. This creates a delicate balance. The turf challenge in winter. Sunlight is already limited, growth slows dramatically, recovery from wear is minimal. So when trees block winter sun, trap humidity, delay morning drying, the turf never truly recovers. This is why some greens look acceptable in summer but collapses every winter. Tree species selection for North India. Avoid species that develop low, dense canopies. Remain evergreen with heavy shade that traps moisture close to turf. Block morning sunlight in winter. Prefer species that allow filtered winter sunlight. Have higher canopy lift. Encourage airflow. Exhibit seasonal leaf drop. In North India, winter sunlight is more valuable than summer shade. A tree that feels comfortable in May may quietly destroy turf in January. Species selection here must prioritize winter performance, drying ability, airflow, not just summer aesthetics. Now let's move to coastal India. Coastal courses experience high humidity, minimal winter relief, strong seasonal wind, salt-laden air, intense monsoon storms. The turf rarely dries completely. Disease pressure remains high for long periods. Trees are often planted to block wind, but excessive tree density in coastal zones blocks airflow, traps humidity, slows evaporation, worsens disease pressure. Species selection principle for coastal India. Prefer species that tolerate wind without breakage, have flexible branching, allow air movement through canopy, do not create stagnant humidity pockets. Avoid species that form dense, compact canopies, have brittle branches, drop excessive litter during monsoon, suffer salt stress, and decline. In coastal regions, airflow is more valuable than shade. Trees must guide wind, not block it. Species selection must work with coastal climate, not against it. Now let's look at the semi-arid and central India. These regions experience water scarcity, extreme summer, heat, high evapotranspiration, erratic rainfall. Here, water is the most limited resource. Some trees extract enormous amounts of waters, develop wide, shallow root systems, aggressively compete with turf. In water limited environments, such species quietly starve turf, even with irrigation. Select species that are drought tolerant, develop deep, stable root systems, have moderate canopy density, maintain structure under heat stress. Avoid species that require frequent irrigation, have shallow surface creeping roots, transpire excessively. Every tree is a water decision. Species selection here must align with irrigation capacity, long term water availability, sustainability goals. A wrong tree choice becomes a permanent water liability. One important point across all regions. Growth behavior changes with climate. A species that grows slowly in one region may grow aggressively in another. This affects canopy size, pruning frequency, structural stability, maintenance cost. Fast growth in warm, humid climates often leads to weaker wood, frequent breakage, storm vulnerability. So, growth rate must be evaluated locally, not generically. Tree species selection directly affects annual pruning cycles, debris management, pest and disease control, irrigation demand. Climate amplifies these effects. What is manageable in one region can become unsustainable in another. Species selection is therefore an agronomic decision, a financial decision, a sustainability decision. Remember, one species does not fit all regions, and one mistake lasts for decades. Before planting any species, ask, how does this tree behave in this climate? How does it affect sunlight, airflow, and drying? How does it interact with turf under seasonal stress? How does it respond to extreme weather? What is its long term maintenance cost here? Before I close, let me leave you with a question. If climate shapes everything on a golf course from turf and water to maintenance and playability, why do we still treat tree selection as a cosmetic decision? And why do we so often get swayed by imported advice? Most global golf course guidance, whether it's about turf, trees, drainage, or even design philosophy, is written for temperate climates. But is Asia not different? What works in the United States and Europe, where climates are relatively stable and predictable, will that really work in India and across Asia with monsoons, heat, humidity, and extremes? Think about it and share your thoughts in the comments. In the next episode of TGC Talks, we'll explore why turf grass research and management protocols developed in US and Europe often fail to perform as expected when they are simply copied into Asian conditions. Thank you for watching. I am Bhupendra Singh. This is TGC Talks. See you in the next episode.